Making disciples in the community. Making disciples. Welcome to DC3. Making disciples in the community. Welcome to DC3.
Hello there, family. This is Pastor Marcus D. King, and I am with the crew. We have an exciting couple here tonight. Hey, this is the fun couple. You want to go kick it with them. I'm going to try to tell you right now. You want to go kick it with them. They the cool couple. And so, listen, we want to make sure tonight that we have such a wonderful time. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking, and I ain't going to give it to y'all right now. Here's what I want you to do while you're joining in. I want you to go ahead and push that share button. You know, our goal is to have 100 shares every single time we get together. And so there are people who are watching live right now. There'll be those who are watching maybe 10 weeks from now. We want you to make sure you share it with somebody too, because what we're about to discuss tonight, every single couple needs, matter of fact, every single person needs in their life. And that means you need to have some excitement. You need to have something that's not boring in your life, so you can not walk around trying to hurt everybody, all right? And so what we're going to do tonight is have some fun. Now, here's what I want you to do. Once again, push that share button. Couple of things I want to let you know and be aware of. All right, this Sunday, 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. Make sure you join us for worship. It's going to be a powerful time. We're continuing the series. I've got a lot on my mind. That's the sermon title is Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. Now, some of y'all don't know what real rap is, so you have no idea who wrote that, who had that song. So we'll talk about that this Sunday, because we have to make sure our minds are right. So we can make sure that we can function this life the right way. Couple other things for you. Monday, a couple was just talking about them having their vaccinations. I'm getting mine on Monday. And so Moderna is what we will have here at DC3 from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So you can get your first shot of Moderna vaccine. If you have not received your vaccination yet, this is a great opportunity for you to do so. But please go to our app, go to our website. You'll see a flyer, and you'll be able to make sure you get that information. Thank God for Project Unity, who we're partnering with, to make sure that we are vaccinated and our community is vaccinated. So you'll see the first dose date, which will be Monday, April 26th. And then you'll see the opportunity to get your second one on there as well. So make sure you get that taken care of. Another thing that we're going to do, many of you have been asking about, hey, when y'all going to go back to church? Well, we always in church. It's just online, right? But coming back into the building for worship, listen, we're so excited about that. Our first day back, should I say, will be Mother's Day. And so it's going to be an exciting time. It's a refreshing time. We're going to start with the first 3 weeks in May of having 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. services. And then that last Sunday in May, we're going to switch to 9:30. It'll be Family and Friends Day on the 30th of May. So I want everybody that's joining, hey, you are family, you are friends. Make sure you come and kick it with us. And so you will be able to have to register. So there will be some things that you can look at. All right, so look. Also, if you want to join church, you want to do all that great stuff, go to our app. We got so much stuff on there that you can learn from, you can participate with, even more devotional information, old services, new service. It's just so much on there. So make sure you go ahead and get that. But for tonight, we're putting something new on the YouTube and the Facebook that's going to help people for years to come. We got a couple in here today. But before we get to that couple, I got to thank God for my queen right here, the Black Madonna, the queen, Nicole King. You doing all right today?
Yes, hello.
Hello. So we have this wonderful couple here today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves today, because they've been at this church and they served, and their spirit is just so encouraging. It's great to be around and positive, and that's why I wanted to have them on tonight, so we could discuss all together this topic tonight. So I'm going to just start. Have both of them introduce themselves. We're going to start with ladies first. She got the little hair laid to the side. She ready for y'all. Look at them. They all color coordinated. They color coordinated and everything. So go ahead, sister, and tell us who you are, and then we'll let this guy that's sitting next to you tell us who he is.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you, Pastor King. Thank you, Lady Nicole, for inviting us. I'm Cheryl Carter, and
I am Lonnie Carter, her wonderful husband.
So listen, we have Coach. I call him Coach because that's what he's been doing for so many years and known for. And so listen, we have a topic tonight because Marriage University, y'all have seen and said, hey, we just keep it real here. Just be yourself because that's what somebody needs out there tonight. And so we're talking tonight though. We want to deal with this piece of how to keep the fun in your marriage. How to keep the fun in marriage because we're talking about building healthy relationships. And it's a whole lot of work. Whether you've been married for 30 days or 30 years, it's a lot of work. And so, that old adage, all work and no play, makes Johnny a dull boy. I mean, I think all work and no play in your marriage will make your marriage dull and some other things. And so I know I see y'all all the time just kicking. You got your Cowboys hat on right now. Y'all come on, let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. And so tonight we just want to throw out some stuff. So that's the first thing I always like asking every couple is simply this. Hey, how did y'all meet? Because I want to know the real story. And how long have you been together and how long you been married? I want to hear the real story. Because I know Coach going to give me one story. Steph, you got to give me the real story. All right.
You want me to give you the real story? All right. This is how we met. We met actually, we was going to the same church. She had been there already. This was in 1989.
Okay.
That's when I first saw her.
Okay.
And when I first came to the church, she was already established at the church, and I was a newbie in Christ, and I wasn't trying to talk to any lady at that church because I had my other things going on.
You had some things going on, Coach? You had some things
So
going
I
on.
wasn't trying to really get involved with anybody at that church. And it was just, I've seen her, and she was a young thing at that time.
Yeah.
She was maybe 20, 21 at that time.
Oh, yeah.
And I was about 28 or 9. So, yeah. And she had been going to the church, and I remember seeing her a lot,
Yeah.
And I don't think we were speaking and, be cordial with each other.
Yeah.
But she would always, it was this song she would always sing. And
so she was leading the choir?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We ain't seen that happen.
Yeah, she can go.
Oh, I thank God for this. She can go.
Yeah.
Why you ain't been? Oh, that's all I got to say. Go ahead, Coach. Finish your story. Tell me some more stuff.
All right. So I used to check her out, but I never would say anything to her because I knew she was younger than me.
Yeah.
And this one day in 1990, in June of 1990.
All right.
It was after church, and when I came to church, it wasn't on my mind. I don't know where these words. I know where they came from. So after church, she walked by me, and I said, "Hey, would you like to go out to dinner with me today?" And she looked. She said, "Yeah, I'd like to go out to dinner." And when she walked away, I said, "Man, I know you didn't ask that little young girl." I said that to myself.
You felt strange, Coach?
I felt strange. I didn't know where those words came from.
Yeah.
But that day we went out to dinner, and then she took me to some softball game that some of her co-workers were playing. And so we kind of kicked it and talked and got to know each other. And we've been dating ever since that day.
Dating ever since that day.
That day, that was June 1990. And
that's about to come up. Your date-versary about to come up.
Yeah. And the anniversary too, because we got married 2 years later.
Oh, okay.
That same
day?
It was obviously we got married. That was on the 20th of June. We got married on the 13th of June.
Okay.
And I knew. Some told me that from that point on, that's gonna be that's gonna be your wife, boy.
Yeah.
I had that inner feeling.
Yeah.
And because I went home and told my mom, I think I met her.
What your mama say?
My mom said, "Boy, hush."
She knew you.
Cheryl got a story about what my mama thought about me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to hear all that.
Roll it back a little bit. When he did ask me out, I had just gotten out of a relationship, so I really wasn't interested in dating.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we were good. We became good friends.
Okay.
Yeah, but I remember going home and telling my mom, this old man at church.
Dirty old man.
But the reason I thought he was older was because he had was it a tuba?
No,
He's called
that
as a little-
residing.
Yeah, he had
Receding
the-
hairline.
Oh, the receding hairline.
Okay.
Oh.
So, but
So how old do you think he was, though? How old do you think he was?
well, I probably maybe around 30.
Okay.
But it's
He
still-
made it in 2017.
You call you an old man, Coach.
Okay.
But look at it all this time later.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of that old man. Go ahead.
But what really what made me fall in love with Coach was because he was such a family man, and God knew I needed someone in my life who was going to restore some things that were taken from me.
Okay.
And so he came in and swept me up, and it's just been beautiful ever since.
I showed her how the real world works.
Real world. You sure?
I showed her how the big boys work.
I see, Coach. So it's been what? Married actually? How many years now?
Married to be 29 in June.
29. So you come. Oh, it's about to be 29.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it's 31 together almost.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah.
Just talk to me about 31 years being together. Just give me just an overview. What is that like? What is that being? Ups, downs? Just give me some feel about that.
Well, to me, it does not seem like that's the quickest 30 years I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been like, it doesn't seem like 30 years.
Really?
Yeah, oh no, it seemed like maybe 10, but
Right.
we so busy and having so much fun with each other, doing that every
That's
week
good.
we make sure we do something.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to get in there. Go
Is
ahead.
that a date night or it's just random?
Date night,
Date
well,
night. Prior to COVID.
prior to COVID, I mean, it was like my schedule was always hectic with when I was teaching because I had games during the week
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of this kind of stuff. Weekend track meets all day long, and so I had to set aside one day, either Friday night or Saturday night, where we just go date night. We dress up and we go out. We go, man, I go to the movies and dinner or concerts.
And I want to get to that in a minute because that's a part we're gonna get to later on because we gotta be able to hear how y'all actually do this from time to time, and look at that with some couples and how they can go about it, because that's the reason why you're here is looking at that, and that's gonna be key to understanding how y'all make this thing work for so long, because that's why I said let's talk about the coach piece, because you've been called a coach, and so what why you call it coach?
That's what I do.
What you mean?
I coach your kids. I've been coaching now since 1999. I started coaching. Well, actually, I used to coach grown men before I started coaching children. Before I went into the school system, I had my own basketball. On my job, I used to coach in my grown men league.
Oh, okay.
And I used to play ball all the time. I played softball, football. I played ball up until. When my last game, I think I was 54 when I heard my knee. Yeah, you made me stop then. I played basketball up until I was 54. I played football up until I was 47. Then I played softball, forever. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, so I just stayed active like that, playing ball and stuff. Then I started, my pastor that I was going to church with then started a school.
Yeah.
And he called me in and I was working at IBM at the time. I was a manager at IBM, and he called me in and he said, "Lon, I'm gonna start a school. I'd like you to do PE for me if you can." I said, "Yeah," because I worked at night, so I said, "Yeah." So my schedule was, I would get up in the morning, 8 o'clock, go to the school, do PE, leave at 2, go to work, be at work at 3:30, and then get off at 11, 12, and come home, take a shower. We had a newborn baby at that time too. So the baby would be with me. I would take care of the feed, she sleep. And then I would finally go to sleep, get back up and repeat. I did that and for a whole year I did that. And then but I was good with it, because I fell in love with those kids. And I didn't think that was going to happen, but it happened. So then they told me something that blew me away. They say, "Well, we really want you to come next year and do this full time." I'm up here. Wait a minute, I make this kind of money, and teaching makes
that
this
kind of money. Not much money.
And I said, I don't know my honey baby like that.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that too. She likes that nice things.
Nice things.
Not just things, nice things.
Nice things.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay.
Yeah. So you went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh, you did it. Okay. Oh no.
at the time, it went some time in between, and I had confided in this guy at my job because he knew both parties.
Uh-huh.
And so he came to me one day and he said, "Lon, they said anything else to you about teaching at the school?" I said, "No, man, I ain't pressing them either, you know."
Right.
And soon as I said that, the phone rung at the job, and nobody calls me at the job because I had a pager. You know, IBM give us a national pager, and they hit you anytime, you know, like that. And she would just page me, so I'm saying phone call. What is this? And so I was nervous because I thought maybe something had happened. You know, and somebody was calling me. So when I answered the phone, it was the principal, superintendent's wife. Said, "We just had a board meeting and we accepted you, and we're gonna start you at this salary. But we gotta know tonight if you accept." And I say, "Oh Lord, this must be with him saying that." Then the phone ringing. I said, "This ain't nobody but the Lord." And cause I had been having these dreams. And every time the dream would take up from where the last one left off, I was always working with those children.
And so you went ahead and got with those kids.
I knew what the Lord
even though
was
you knew
telling
she
me.
liked nice things.
I went on and told her.
That's why we talk about that, because we how many kids do y'all have? Because you talk about these schedules, you talk about the money piece, you talk about, hey, this person likes this person likes that. So how many kids do y'all have though?
Okay, so we have a daughter, Aaliyah. She's 23 years old.
Yeah.
She's getting ready to graduate from Texas Southern University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On May 8th. Our son is 26. He graduated from UNT in Denver in 2019. So, Coach, I always try to make sure home was good because I knew his calling was to be for a lot of children. He was a father for a lot of
kids.
Yes.
Yeah, and I always say, Coach love the kids and kids love Coach.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be, I didn't want to get in the way of that. That was his purpose.
Yeah.
So it just worked out. I got blessed with a job. I've been with the Department of Labor for 35 years now.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
So God, He worked that thing.
Yeah.
That's why that coaching job you.
We didn't miss a beating. And Coach have always said, we're not going to allow anybody to make us feel bad about our blessings. Because sometimes people want to make us
feel some kind of way.
Yeah, but your husband proposed to take care of you.
Yeah.
And if he's not, then you need to be looking at what he's doing. But God is so faithful.
So what would y'all say? Would y'all say both of y'all are extroverts? Because me looking on the outside, I would think one would be introvert, one an extrovert. So what would y'all say? Who would be what in this relationship?
Well, I'm definitely an extrovert.
We know
and
that.
she used to be an introvert.
Used to be.
But she still is most of the time with people she doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
Yeah, with people she knows. But me and her, she cracked more jokes around the house, inside the house than me.
Oh,
Then
she
I
like that, huh?
Yeah, she
That's your undercover jokes to her. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's very funny.
Okay.
She had me laughing all the time. You know, 'cause she'll crack on me in a minute about something. But she won't. But to the outside people, they won't never see that side.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah, so let me ask you this. What was your idea of fun before you met your spouse? And then has that changed over the years?
Oh yeah, my idea of fun was hanging with my boys. We hit the road, going to ball games or going to different towns and kicking it. That was my idea of fun.
Yeah.
That's all, that's what I did. Every other weekend I was on the roads going somebody's city.
Yeah.
And hitting it.
Yeah.
You was out there.
That was my fun. That was my idea of fun.
Yeah.
Or going to ball games. I travel and go to ball games everywhere.
Yeah.
And that was my thing. I love sports. I love the Cowboys. I go to road games. Whatever my boys, we
So you was doing all of that way before you got married.
Yeah. That's what I was doing.
That's what you were
That's
doing.
what I was doing.
He like that.
And I was the opposite.
And she was out.
And what were you doing?
I was the student. I was the one taking care of the family, my mom and dad. were older, so I made sure everybody was good. I was just always the studious one.
Yeah.
So when I met him, he really changed my world.
Yeah.
Change your world.
Yeah.
Coach, your world
Like,
changed.
let's go.
It's time to have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's.
So let's talk about that. What was that transition like? Because, you know, you were the student. You were the one, you know, just being studious, probably not going out as much. So what did you consider fun for you then during that time? Because you say he changed your world with that. So what was fun?
Even before we had the children, we would travel. We've always done something.
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
Oh, me before.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't do anything fun? What was your idea of fun?
Shopping.
I You didn't travel?
Oh, okay.
No, we
Okay.
went to Disney World for our
Our
honeymoon. Because I had never been to Disney World.
Yes.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, as a kid.
Okay.
So it was just an adventure. Getting
Mm.
married, when we got married, it was an adventure. Everything, he made sure that I experienced everything that I wanted to experience that I hadn't.
Really?
Mhm.
So about your fun before we get I need to check up on this. I thought I asked the question.
No, you know,
What was your fun?
No,
What
well,
was-
I'm like a complete extrovert, so I was just pretty much just being active with the kids. You know, the boys been in sports. My daughter, before she graduated, she was in drill team. So just always, you know, at games and supporting their activities, and then we hang out with my girlfriends, travel a little bit. I just like to go, you know.
Okay.
So since we've been married, he has caused me to focus.
What?
That's what has happened.
You said I killed your father?
He has seriously caused me to focus. Like, if there's something I want to do, get it done.
Mhm.
You know, don't play around with it, because I tend to take on this, and this, and this, because I'm easily bored.
Okay.
I think that's a lot of, I don't know if all extroverts are that way, but for me, I'm easily bored, so I'll start something, may not finish it, start it. So he just helped me, hey, we gonna start something, we gonna finish it.
Right. Okay.
So, but yeah, but I'm a complete extrovert.
So you're the extrovert. What some people that may think I am, what would you say that I am?
He is not an extrovert.
That people don't believe
He
me.
is
They don't
not.
believe me though.
He is so comfortable in his home. I'm telling you, he could just stay home. I'm telling you, I'll run errands. I do all the errands, and
You
he
don't do
loves
all
it.
the errands.
Well, for the house, you know, as far as
Yeah,
little
I mean,
stuff for the house.
yeah, you do that.
I run and get stuff and do all that, but he loves working, being at home. It's just comfortable for him. That gives him energy.
I
It
mean,
gives him energy.
you know, we talk about that and talking about having fun and all stuff, and just hearing your story. Yeah, there's a balance that goes out because I don't have to be out every day.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta go nowhere every weekend. I ain't gotta hit every spot.
Right.
Dude, that's just not who I am. It's
Me
never
either
been who I am.
Me,
You
I'm
know?
done.
Yeah, you say you done.
I'm done.
You ain't
This
shut
my
it
spot.
down.
Miss me up.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you just kick it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's my idea of fun now. Before then, yeah, you know, you go to some spots, do some things from time to time, but you know, just as developers, like, hey, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
How you know we can create stuff together. So when we look at that, the extrovert and introvert piece, when couples don't do fun things together in marriage, how do you think it affects them?
Oh man, it affects everything. I'm telling you, we were talking about this the other day, how we notice couples who don't even like each other. I'm like, how are you gonna spend some quality time with somebody you don't like? I love you, but I also like you. That's
Yeah.
important.
Very.
It's very important.
Yeah.
So I would encourage all couples to get out and do things together. Because when those kids leave, you need to not be looking at him like, who are you? You should already know who he is.
Yeah.
That's important.
And I think a lot of people wake up after the kids leave and have no relationship with their spouse.
Ah, that's important right there. Because you just said something. Because you know, when you have kids, how did that impact the marriage when it comes to fun and doing these things? Because you know, you said you were changing and developing, and Coach was changing your life with taking you out and stuff. So because that's another piece. Was there a time where you just did stuff by yourself, or was it always you and the kids and everybody together? Talk about that. Would you say couples need to have some time just for themselves, or should it always be a family thing?
Now, couples need to have time just for themselves too, to keep that romance going between them. But we do things when our children were young, we would always do things together,
Yeah.
go on trips, go on vacations. My kids were active in sports. Well,
Yeah.
my son playing ball, and my daughter was a cheerleader.
Yeah.
But my daughter also, my daughter could sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my daughter became a singer, and our school used to always have things for them to do. So we
Okay.
participated in that. I made sure they had things they do, not
Yeah.
only academically, but athletically or arts wise and
Yeah.
everything. We
Yeah.
kind of kept them well balanced
Yeah.
Right.
as much as could. When I was gone, she handled it. And then we had a lot of, my cousins and my nieces and stuff would would be with them and stuff. So
Yeah.
we always had somebody around us.
Yeah.
And because I believe in keeping, family.
Yeah.
Family is very important to me. Before my mom died in 2002. My mom was the glue for our whole family.
Yeah.
Boy, we just did things that
Together, huh?
all the time. You
Yeah.
know? So she would always have, it wasn't nothing but a backyard barbecue or early morning breakfast for
Yeah.
just us. Everybody would come over. My dad would cook, and
So
we-
family has always been a big thing where everybody gets together.
Yes.
So you had that, from your upbringing.
Yes.
And then you got married. You brought that into. What about your family? Was your family the same way as his? He was growing when he was growing up before y'all got together.
No, they weren't.
So how did y'all have fun? Or what was that
That
like?
was the thing. We didn't get to travel and do the things that I'm doing now, or I did when I got married.
Really?
So that's why it was so important to me to make sure my children experience their childhood, because we didn't, and we couldn't afford it, and so, but they did the best that they could with what they had, and so that's how that worked. Even now with our kids losing their grandmothers so early, and grandfathers,
Yeah.
that God blessed us with some wonderful people who were godmothers and grandmothers to our children, because it takes a village to raise
Yeah.
these kids. And so, pretty much, we just always enjoy family time.
Yeah. So family time, but then also, what about that marital?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, if there's no time with one another,
Right.
Yep.
as you said, you can kind of forget, and get so caught up in the raising the kids and caught up in so many other things that fire can, start waning a little bit. So talk about the importance of being just you and your boo.
Well, I'm from the old school. The same thing it took to get your baby hooked.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same thing that's gonna keep her.
That sounds like South Dallas.
So that's what I've always made sure we did.
Yeah.
I made sure we had time for each other.
Yeah.
My neighbors were at that time was good about keeping our kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were an older couple. They
Yeah.
they moved in from Chicago, and they loved my children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we could. Yeah.
Okay.
We gone.
Yeah.
We gone.
Yeah.
We gone. We go, and we do a lot of staycations. If it wasn't nothing but get away and go to the Omni or whatever, or
Yeah.
go to any hotel,
Yeah.
just get away. We do it. We
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
We don't go in. If I can't get away right now because of track or basketball or whatever
Right.
going on, then we do a staycation on the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And get away and do things just right here in this city.
Yeah.
I love downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll see us downtown a lot.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was our second home down there somewhere.
What's some things that make Coach get excited? What's some of the things that you've noticed that if you want to see him smile, here's some things when we doing fun. You gotta get all of them deep parts. Yeah, that's all. That'll be another conversation. We have some stuff about sex and all that. That's y'all stuff. Yeah? We ain't trying to put all that out there. Don't tell your man secrets. So somebody try to take it. Nah. But what are some things when you think about fun? What are some moments where you can say these are probably some of the best fun moments that we've had together? I've seen him happy when we have fun. Give me some of that if you can think of something.
Okay, so the trip that we took to Hawaii, Coach had been promising to take me to Hawaii for I think 10 years.
Really?
Longer than that.
Well, anyway, just when I told him I saw the trip, how much it's gonna cost, he said, "Baby, book the trip." And I was like, what?
I was asleep, man.
You were asleep.
And he said, baby, book the trip. We went to Hawaii. We were there 6 days. And we woke up and we prayed and we thanked God because when we saw the beauty of Hawaii
Yeah.
and all God's glory, it's like he lit up like a kid.
Did it?
Wow.
Man, I
Yeah,
opened up
because it was so beautiful. But just to see him so excited about us being there, but just recognizing who really
Got
worked
you
it
there.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to see God's, I mean, it was all over him. He was just so amazing.
So that's one that. About how long ago was that?
That was in 2016, almost December of 2016.
That's about what 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Really?
I'll never forget that moment. I'll never forget that moment.
Yeah.
What about you? Oh, go
Because
ahead.
when I woke up that morning, see, when we got to the hotel was, all we could see was inside. It was just magnificent.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even it was more than a 5-star. It was a double diamond rated hotel.
Yeah.
So when we got there, it was no dark, so we really couldn't see
Yeah.
the
you get that.
scenery. Man, when I opened up them shutters at 6:30 that morning, and I thought I was in paradise.
Is that right?
You know?
So you've never been like to Hawaii or?
That was like my first
or
time.
beach?
That was my first time going to Hawaii.
Okay.
And I've been to beaches. I go to Florida and California.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Hawaii was
But it's
different.
different.
That's a different thing.
Different.
Now you said it. Now she gonna be one.
He's been. I have not been.
Don't you costing me money? That's you talk. Every time you talk. No. No. So what else about it? What made you just so excited about that?
It was just so breathtaking.
Yeah.
The scenery and the view that we had from my room was magnificent, and I could see the guys out there surfing early in the morning, and it was just. And then I had a helicopter tour the entire.
Oh, it just big balling. That's what you do.
But I didn't go because I
She
was
didn't go.
like, if something happened.
Somebody got to tell the story. But we got round trip tickets, so I got to get back. All right.
But I played this golf. I played in a golf there.
Yeah.
And I went to a hole, and when I looked, I mean, the Pacific Ocean just busted out.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh
Yeah.
man, I just started feeling. I just started talking to my boys, you know, hey, y'all should be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What how did it make you feel to see your man happy like that?
I love seeing Lonnie happy.
She made me
I
happy.
really do. I really do. I mean, even when he was coaching, because he was not at home a lot.
Okay.
And so I had to make sure when he did come home, it was peaceful. The children were good, everything was good. So, because I knew he was going to take care of me regardless,
Yeah.
you know? And so I just always made sure it was important to make sure he knew when he got home, I got you.
So seeing him happy like that on that day was just good for you.
Yeah.
Same question, Coach. What memory do you have of having fun with your wife where you have seen her and say she is happy? I'm glad to see her happy. Give me one of the best moments you can think
Best
about. We
moment
saw
was
her.
our honeymoon when we got married. When we when we got to Disney World and
Yeah.
she saw it, she was like a kid in the Christmas store, man.
that
You
right?
know? She was, I mean, Mickey and Minnie and all this, everything she done seen on TV was right there in front of her.
Really?
And she was giddy with it. She
Yeah.
couldn't wait to go back the next day, you know.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning, and just trying to, man, I try to do things, and she'd go out of her way to do spectacular stuff for us, like plane rides over the city of Dallas
Yeah.
for Valentine's Day.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Crazy, yeah.
Oh, so she gonna do the plane ride now, but she gonna do the helicopter with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
But you know, she do things like that. She playing all this special thing. It might just be something special at the house.
Yeah.
But she does a lot of stuff like that to keep that fire going.
Yeah.
But I just like, I don't care. She'll want something, I know she'll want it.
Yeah.
And I just go like, I knew she wanted this Louis Vuitton purse.
Yeah.
You know, and so one day I was out at the gallery. We used to do seminars at the gallery. We stayed at the Galleria.
Yeah.
We went to school, so
When he got it.
ran out there and come back with this nice piece of strap bag.
Yeah.
And she, you know, because I knew it was gonna light her up.
Yeah,
you know?
gonna light up, make it happen.
She didn't know I was going
Because
to
she said that was her idea of fun anyway, of shopping or get some stuff.
She dropped a lot of hints to me.
Oh, they know how to drop them hints, boy.
Like she told me the last time for her birthday, she come go with me out to this Louis Vuitton. I didn't know what that. I thought she was talking about the Louis Vuitton bag purse place.
Yeah.
She talking about
with the B.
Yeah, Louboutin.
Yeah, the shoe.
Yeah.
So she I just want to try something on and all that. I said, okay. Right there. I said, oh, I like them, baby. Get them right there. And she said, well, I'll get them for my brother. I said, no, get them now.
Yeah.
And she said, they sell one? Get them now.
Get them down. You broke it off and say, hey. And I like that because what you're saying is, yeah, you got things you like, sports, things of that nature. You know, you tap into your wife and say, hey, I may like sports a lot. She likes shopping a lot. She likes, that's her deal. Yeah. Now, somebody out there watching right now be like, shoes, I can't keep up with that financially. Then somebody else is watching and saying, you know what? They're talking about some nice stuff. They're talking about trips and all that kind of stuff. How do you say to people a couple who they want to go on a lot of trips, they want to do these things, but they can't afford it financially? What do you say to them? How can they have fun and do some things that may be cost efficient, the things of that nature? So talk to us about that.
All right. Okay, go ahead, sweetie.
Because what I'll do is even we'll do breakfast on the patio. It's not so much about the money; it's the quality time that we spend together.
Yeah.
And so I'll fix a whole big breakfast on the patio. He'll come out, drink his coffee. We'll sit out there, and that didn't cost us nothing.
Yeah.
But we enjoyed that special time.
Yeah.
So remember that, because he's like, baby, it's almost warming up now. We can sit out on the patio.
Yeah.
So you don't have to spend a lot of money, but you do need to know your partner and what they like.
Yeah.
And you should want to please your partner.
And see, music is a big part of our life.
Music is.
Music. We love music.
Okay.
Since I heard she could sing.
Yeah.
All right,
But see, if we don't do nothing but we go out to dinner and we'll come back home and we be in the garage and we be kicking music. I mean, we just be sitting in the garage and we'll do a video. Well, and I'm just grooving, dog, because old school music does
It does something.
And that's us. I mean, if we ain't doing nothing but playing music in the house, and we'll just start dancing.
Yeah, because I think you posted something before you dancing in the house. So did y'all learn to swing out together or something?
We don't really do swing out.
You don't?
No, we just dance. we just get down.
You just get down.
We just get down, you know. And Book up in that water, I think.
Yeah.
We filmed water before, but we just love music, and if we don't do nothing but just be at the house or be up in the room watching a movie together and just cuddling, and that's fun for me. That's what I like doing now.
Yeah.
You know.
You giving some good stuff. So talk to us real quick. Give me a list of things that y'all done that you can say is fun that couples can do. So give me a list of what you have done. You've already talked about listening to music together. You talk about just a simple, dinner or breakfast together. You talk about taking trips, going to games. Give me some other things you've done that you say these are fun things couples can do, and whether they cost money or whether they don't cost nothing at all.
Movie night. We love movies before they shut everything down.
Yeah.
We love just going to the movies so we can share popcorn and share a drink.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. We buy one. We buy one.
You buy
drink,
one
popcorn, and we share it.
Yeah.
You know, that's we ain't thinking about how much it costs or nothing. We just like doing it.
Y'all like sharing it.
And
Boy, they like that though.
We do the same thing, or I try to do the same thing. It depends on how he feeling. He be like,
if I'm hungry,
yeah.
I'm gonna get the share thing
Yeah.
from here, but I'm gonna give me, I'm gonna give me a little something here. But
Yes.
we'll get the big pop. Go ahead, give me some more.
But that's something simple like that. Or if it's nothing but watching TV up and like right now, we Sunday nights.
But y'all empty nesters now.
Pretty much. But my daughter finna come back home because we're gonna let her come home and stay. She got a job opportunities.
Yeah.
gang her money.
Yeah.
So that way when she go out there in the world, she hit it
She's
strong.
sitting back out
Like my
strong.
son he finna leave, but he been home saving his money.
Yeah.
And so when he hit the world, he gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know, that's where we want to try to change some things to where they ain't struggling.
Yeah, I got you. Because that helps you out, and it also helps you have fun longer.
Longer.
Exactly.
All right, so give me some more. Give me some more. What else?
Let's see. We're gonna go to breakfast.
Oh.
I mean, you know, it's just a lot. We go to the park
Park.
and just walk and hold hands. I mean,
And that
it's
costs
a
you a
lot to
dime.
do.
That costs you a dime.
Yeah.
So,
But,
the
yeah.
part, what are the things we do sometimes?
We love before pandemic movies for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Yeah.
wherever we
All the
drive.
Yep.
I mean, that was almost every Friday or every other
We
Friday.
can drive
Whenever
long,
we
don't care
drive.
how far.
How
we
far we
drive.
gonna watch a movie? Definitely, we still love movies. We love Netflix. We love Amazon Prime, all that. So we
Right.
love movies. What else do we do that's kind of fun? We go out to dinner. Pre-pandemic. I'll
She
cook.
likes nice things too. She likes nice things too. Go ahead.
Or we'll go grab some takeout, bring it home. But we just spend a lot of intimate time together. I mean, we have the boys with us, but we just, you know, they're bigger, so they kind of go on unless we say, hey, let's do something together. They just go and do their little thing until it's time to eat or something like that. So we pretty much just make the best of whatever. It could be taking a nap or just laying there and
Yeah.
just watching CNN. I mean, it's just simple things for us.
Yeah. I mean, and that's fun too because like you with your buddy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's like, you know, I got people I can hang with or do whatever, and she's an extrovert. So me, I don't really fool with a whole lot of people hanging out like that. But I have fun just hanging with her.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, yeah, let's go somewhere, let's do something. I like other people, but you know, it's just like, you know, that's my friend.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
favorite thing is hanging with her.
Yeah.
That's my best friend in the
Yeah.
whole world.
Yeah.
And I want to kick it with her
Yeah.
every day.
I understand people
I can't
get
wait to
married
get
and
home.
don't want to hang with the person they married to.
Yeah. I
That's the
can't
craziest
wait to get
thing to
home
me.
every day.
Huh?
I can't wait to get
Oh, I
home
love
every
it.
day.
Yeah,
You know,
Why is that, Coach?
because I know what I'm coming home to.
Yeah, you know what you're coming home to.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna come home to somebody who is gonna be just as excited to see me as I am to see
See,
him.
that is so me because
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it a lot of times when he's working and he'll pull up, and if I'm home and I hear the garage, I meet him in the garage. I'm
You come to
opening
the
his
garage.
door. I'm all in the car. He did that. I mean, but that says.
I know that's a good day, that Coach. That's a real good
The
day.
kids used to do that.
Yeah, I'm like the kid.
And so she'll do it. She'll. The kids used to always come and go, Daddy,
I know.
so here she
That's
go.
you.
Here she go, Daddy.
I know, that's me. He can't even turn the car off. I'm opening the door.
But see, that's fun
That's
stuff.
fun,
You know,
man.
y'all been married much longer than us, and y'all still have that same
Yeah.
energy, that same
Yeah.
excitement. Because sometimes that wanes, and I think it's a lot of times based on the people and how they see, you know, intimacy, how they see fun. They don't have any outlets because, you know, marriage, life, all these little stuff can weigh you down, bills.
Yes.
And I just decided, you know, just growing up, my parents, you know, did that. We were growing up, they were married, you know, 45 plus years before my father passed away. Is, hey, some of the best memories I've known, one family wise, having fun, wasn't a whole lot of money things that we
Right.
did.
Yep, that's right.
And then some of the best things, you know, that they've done, it wasn't like a whole lot of money. And I think a lot of times we let the rat race rob us of the joy. We let all the house and just the kind of car and try to keep up and do all these kind of things.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, but in that same sense, I think sometimes when you kind of said something, you know, earlier, when we tapping in, money can be a distraction from your fun.
Yeah.
Now, we can't go all the way to the left with it, but where we just always kicking it and always broke, because you know what that leads to. That leads to a whole lot of
Problems.
When I was coming up as a child, I used to look at television shows. This is corny, I know, but Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
I wanted to be War. I wanted my house to be rated
War
like
Cleveland.
War Cleveland.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I look at it right now today.
Yeah.
I look at it today.
Yeah.
Because
Her and
I
the
wanted,
father
I
knows
wanted
business.
that too.
See,
Those households that look like they had peace all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the piece.
I wanted that for mine. So I said, no matter what happens, I don't care how broke we are,
Yeah.
how we struggling,
Yeah.
we gonna have fun together.
That's right.
If we ain't doing nothing but eating crackers in this
That's
house,
right.
we
Yeah.
gonna have fun
That's
eating
right.
crackers in this
Yeah.
house.
That's right.
And because I'm gonna make sure that my children don't ever have to worry about hearing us argue
Right.
over money.
Yeah.
And because that can be a big problem, and I want to make sure that that never happens. Our kids do not know what an argument sounds like.
Wow.
Not from us.
Not from us, because when we have had them,
Yeah.
you know, it's in our room by ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our children do not know what that sounds
Yeah.
like. And I wanted to do that on purpose so that when they become get adults and get married and stuff, they would want the same kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it's about changing mentality of how people see us or
Yeah.
how life is. I wanted a different life for my family, and I
You
want
want a more peaceful.
Yes.
I think on that. What's that?
No, I totally get that because my parents were the same way growing up. When they had disagreement or arguments, they would go to their bedroom, and I mean, we knew they were having a discussion, but we couldn't hear them.
Mhm.
You know, the door was closed, and it was never yelling and
Mhm.
screaming, and you know, they didn't agree all the time, but they never had all that negative energy where it was just some toxic
Right.
situation for the home.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand what you're saying with that.
Yeah, I mean that whole piece about having fun together and looking at life in a different way. Sometimes I've seen more so. You know, I've been dealing with people counting 20-some years.
Mhm.
You know, marriage, divorce, single, and then some situationships, whatever the case was. But especially a lot of marriages, you know what I saw and still see many times. Sometimes so much stuff has been gained together that you're so busy trying to keep it.
Okay.
So busy trying to keep this lifestyle, so busy trying to keep up with, you know, everything you built, that stress comes to your household, and it's like that's the focus, and you forget why you even got together. You forget, you get robbed of, hey, we got together to love each other, have fun, to build together, and the stuff now has become the focus of the relationship.
Yeah.
Now, my focus is that.
Yeah.
Because I remember, Pastor, when we
Yeah,
first...
that.
when
You
we-
gotta get that. I got my focus. Yeah, that. Why you so excited
I was
after
just
29
gonna
years,
ask her,
man?
she need to give somebody some advice.
I remember...
You here for like a kid? Why you so happy after 29 years,
I
man?
love this woman, man. This woman the best thing ever happened to me, man.
Really?
And I tell everybody that.
Yeah.
And, but see, I remember how she really got me. She went to this might have been our first month of dating. She like I say, she play games now. She know how to play games.
She not working,
She went to a ball. I think it was a policeman thing downtown at the Sheraton. And I didn't go, you know, because it was shit. I already had tickets and
Yeah.
whatever before we even met. But she had me to come pick her up.
Really?
Yeah, because she knew she was.
You gonna be looking good.
Oh, man.
Oh, you set it up.
Oh, she said it.
Look, you see how she looked at that moment
And
time.
when she came out, I was like,
Okay.
ooh, wee,
Yeah.
man. And then another time, about maybe a couple of weeks later, you know, I told you I was coaching these men.
Yeah.
And we were balling up at Singing Hills Recreation Center. She didn't stay that far from me.
Yeah.
But she just had to come by. She had on these jeans and just as curvy.
Yeah.
And when she walked in the gym, everybody stopped. You know, my boys, they, who she come from?
Yeah.
And then when she came over there, when I went over
That
there,
made your chest stick out
when
there.
I went over there, they like, boy, when she left, I got, man, what you doing, man?
Yeah.
So I oh yeah, that's mine. That's
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, yours, yeah.
I'm hooked.
Sign, seal,
Signed,
deliver, baby.
sealed,
Yeah.
When we think about this at the time that we have left, I want to kind of talk now about, you know, there's some couples that's watching, and you know they're listening to y'all and just like, man, how they still have that excitement and energy. We've done some of those things, and why can't we move toward that kind of excitement, that kind of joy with one another? What were some things you'd say to a woman that's out there and she's feeling that way? I wish my man would look at me like that. I wish my man would have fun with me like that. I want him to have more fun, but it doesn't seem like it's going. What would you say to a sister that's watching?
See,
And you as
we
well.
didn't just get here. You know, it happened over time. So I don't know if I can tell somebody how to get there.
Yeah.
But when you do get married, I think it's important that you like that person, love that person, and have goals. Because we've always had the same mindset. You know, I'm the one that does the saving. He'll spend, but I'll save.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just kind of have to figure out what works for you as a couple.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. I mean, but you do have to continue to date. You have to date each other.
How often would you say?
Well, I mean, at night before we get into bed, we talking about our day. We're talking about the things that are going on in the world, how it's affecting us.
So you're considering those not just going out dates. You're just talking about every night.
Every
It
night,
sounds
you have
like,
to
or every
connect.
other night,
You
whatever.
have to connect with your spouse.
Okay,
Because
connection.
Yeah, connection.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that's going on in the world, a lot of times I take things in. I look at CNN all day. And so he'll say, baby, you know, we'll pray about it. He'll pray for me.
Yeah.
Because he knows my heart and my spirit is just really bothered by a lot that's going
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So your mate, you have to take interest in your mate and know what they need.
Yeah.
You know, it can't just be they're out there on their own. What are you together for?
Here's what I say. You gotta keep the Father first.
Put God in
You
it.
know, God in your life. If God's in your life and you praying and you asking, I ask God. Cause see, before I met her, I had this hard shell on me.
Mm-hmm.
And God broke that shell and sent me her. But it was part of it. You know, you're going to have God in your life.
Yeah.
You have to pray together. We pray together. I ask Lord all the time, don't let nothing come between this bond.
Yeah.
You know, this bond is special, and don't let anything or anybody come between this bond. I told her when we first got married, we keeping everybody outside of us.
You keeping everybody out your other folk out your marriage, out your business.
Everything. What they gonna see tonight gonna see more about our business than they ever saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
You know,
Is that right? Why is that? Why is that?
because I've seen too many times where outside interfering in people's ear mess up good things that probably people could have fixed.
Yeah.
And
When y'all maybe little issues and you got too many people
yeah,
talking about your issues
I would do this,
and what I would
or
yeah.
I would do that.
Yes.
No.
And a lot of them divorced, ain't got nobody.
Yeah.
And most of them are. You
Yeah.
know, and that's why I said, no, it's going to be us.
Yeah.
We're going to fix it between us and God.
Yeah.
That's who's going to fix everything that we got broken. And that's how it's been working. It's been working for 30 years. And
If it ain't broken, don't fix it. What you got to say, ma'am?
Well, back on what Coach said, definitely keep God first, prayer time. And I think it's important that you have your individual time.
Mhm.
And that doesn't mean that you have to go away or go for it. That could be you in another room, or that could be, you know, hey, he may like to play basketball. I may want to go work out, or whatever that is. I think it's important. And then you have that excitement when you come back home. I think listening and paying attention. He's really, really good with picking up on a lot of things with me. I can say that. So I can't really hide emotions because we're just connected. I mean, we're very, very connected. So he's
You ain't got to be, you know how you get to that point where you ain't got to be in the same room or even in the house together. It's
Yeah.
just, what's going on with her?
what's
What
going
you doing?
on? Yeah.
Right.
So, and then just listen to them, pay attention to them. Do nice things for your man. You know, I'm just talking to the ladies. Do nice things for him. When you get to learn him and things that he mentions, kind of like how you said, you know, some things and y'all went to the store and all that. Just kind of listen. You don't have to ask. Just pay attention. Surprise them or take them somewhere. And just be very attentive to their needs and be the woman at your house or the queen of your house. Let him be the king. Let him be the man. You be the queen.
Right.
And that's respect at the same time. So you letting him know, hey, I respect what you do, your choices, all of that. And just be the queen, be the support. Just love them. Cook for them. Make sure they're fed. And it's just a lot. Spend time with them. Talk it out. Talk your issues that I can go on and on. try not to go to bed angry. I know that doesn't happen a lot of times. If you can avoid it.
She be angry. I be sleeping. All right. I go to sleep.
Yeah.
We're done with the bar, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Just try to, don't bring it over to the next day. People, I have to work on that sometimes, my emotions and stuff. But just try to communicate, love, enjoy, because life is short.
Yeah.
That's just it.
And what she's saying, I think too, as we talk about, there are so many things that can rob you of that joy, rob you of that peace, when you can't get that fun back. And there's some people who want to know how to get it back. And I think there are some things there is, remember why you got together.
Yes.
That's why I like hearing your story, because when you revisit your story, it says, hey, going back to what you said, give me that phrase again.
Same thing it took to get your baby hooked. Gonna be the same thing to keep it.
This dude out here fishing. All right, so that piece there, because there's memories that have been made, and when you create those memories, I think sometimes we gotta just push. Bills gotta be there. They gotta get paid. But if you die today, guess what? The bill's still gonna be out there for somebody.
Right.
You have to prioritize and say, okay, being with you is more important than anything else.
That is correct.
And how you feel to me and how we are together. I think one of the things what my wife invests in me to make sure, because sometimes I don't even want to do it. She's an extrovert. I'm not. So I will go do things. I have to function with people all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So my downtime is me refueling. But when it comes to one of the things that she's great at is, hey, tapping into me, seeing what I need, and then when she sees what I need, I'll be tired many times. We got a lot of things going on, and she may want to go have fun. I don't hinder her from going to have fun.
Yep.
Because I let her know, hey, if you let me rest, because that's like even when on vacation,
That's right.
or when we go, we travel or whatever, I say, we're going to be here 5 days. Give me the first day or two.
Yeah.
Let me power up. Right? Let me power up. Because them naps can help you. Them naps can help you. That rest can help you. In a whole lot of ways. Yeah, I know how it is. Get older. All right, so, but when she does that, when she gives me my space, then I'm able to join her and give her what she needs in order to help her come alive and have the fun and do the thing. And I'm not just some bored person around here dragging. But then also with relationships, I have to learn. I mean, this is who she is.
Yes.
I don't want her. That's why I fell in love with her in the first place, because of her energy. I don't want her to be me.
Yep.
And I don't want to be her. I think when we recognize that, then we can say, okay, you talk about this date night piece. You just say little things that have on there. Somebody who's listening now, there's some things. I just say for us, we have date night every Friday night is date night. And if anything else comes up, I talk to her about it before I schedule it, before I do anything else, unless it's some emergency. And even then, we reschedule another day. We're like, okay, we'll do something earlier in the week.
Yeah.
So I have to put it down. And we joke like, I'm on your schedule. Like,
It's the truth.
and the reason that is because if you got somebody who does not have a lot of things they're doing, then you just can't do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But if you still want to enjoy those nice things,
Just like you said.
you see what I'm saying?
You said
Then it's like, okay, you are a priority to me. And I want you to know nobody comes before you ever. But there's time where we have to make things happen so we can keep the fun going. We can keep all of the things going. And so, we have a day where it's like, hey, this is you and me. And this is not, anybody going to come between that unless we have a discussion about it.
Right.
And so I think prioritizing, making each other feel valued, scheduling some time together, and then also not letting one person always have to do all the scheduling and the ideas and things like that. What y'all think about that?
She good about telling me, it's your turn.
You see what I'm saying?
She do that all the time. You pick a place this time.
Yeah.
There you go, Stephanie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
yeah.
You know what
Because
she said?
he picks, but it's like, we've been together 4 years now. So we've gone quite a few places. So it's like, if it's in the city, you know, it really doesn't matter to me now. And so he just wants me to pick. He'll say, well, can you just pick something? Because I trust where he's going to choose. I know he's going to choose a good place.
Yeah, but also,
I just know you are.
but also with that, from my standpoint, I gotta make decisions every day, all day,
Yeah.
all day. And I think the thing with what I hear women say a lot of times is, I want to be a man, lead and make decisions and all kind of stuff, but then you want your independence. That's another conversation. But then you want to be an equal partner. So I say equal partnership is, hey, take the weight off of that for me
Just
sometimes.
one thing. Yeah.
Just because I don't choose 2 times, don't mean I'm a sorry trifling. You know what I'm saying? You have to, like, hey, a brother wants a relaxed mind sometimes too. Well, you can take that responsibility and do that, right?
Yeah.
So listen, what are some things you have in closing? We got about 2 minutes left. I start with you, Steph. What's some things that you want to share before we go? You ain't got to take a whole 2 minutes to do it. Just briefly. What's some things you want to leave with some people today about fun, about having a healthy marriage, being encouraging with your spouse? Give me whatever you have.
Okay. Well, just keep dating, y'all. I mean, it's simple. You're married to a man for some reason or another. Whatever it is, whatever. But no, seriously, just keep loving each other, communicating. Communication is really important. And just keep, life is too short not to.
Yeah.
That's it.
You better enjoy because you don't know when you don't know when you'll take your last breath. So I think it's important that he know I love him and I know he loves me and we go ride this thing out together.
Oh, yeah.
Ride it till the wheels fall. What you got, Coach?
We just continue to remember. Just remember what it was like when you first started,
Yeah.
and don't ever lose that memory.
Yeah.
And that memory will burn in your brain and will keep that fire lit.
Let me say this. I'm asking you this. How do you go back to that memory after all the stuff you've been through?
That
The
memory.
years that may have caused maybe pain, or how do you get back to that memory?
It's there, Pastor. I always try to think of happy times. And if you think of happy times, that was the happiest time when it was the happiest and the strangest when I asked this woman to go out to dinner with me.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was the strangest at first, and then it became the happiest day of my life.
Yeah.
When she said yes. Because if I think about it, if she had said no, we would be sitting right here right now probably. Because I died if I would have came back.
Yeah.
You know, because I was like that, you know.
Yeah.
So when she said yes, I mean, God just started peeling back. He peeled that onion off of it. He started peeling it.
Yeah.
And so that's what you got to do. You got to remember what that first time you saw.
Mm-hmm.
That first time you saw, what did you think?
Yeah.
And if you keep that burning in your brain, it'll always spark something.
So that pulling up pictures,
Yeah.
watching the marriage ceremony.
Oh yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
But even music.
Music takes us back to a time and a
Yeah.
place. That's why music is so important to me, and it's important to her. It's important to our children.
Yeah.
You know, they love old school music. They love the new stuff too, but
Yeah.
but
Trap.
yeah. But they love music that they can remember stuff by.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. Music, like if a Keith Sweat song come on.
Oh boy, you don't took him there.
No, but that's what
Right
we
the
were
wrong
listening
way.
to.
To love
That was
somebody.
our favorite song when we first started.
What is
dating.
that? Right the wrong way to love somebody?
Yeah,
That
right
was
the wrong way.
Oh, really?
Is that it?
No,
It used to be when you were young, you read.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Right the wrong
Yeah.
way. She must be young and she
Ah,
must
yeah, because you was older. Yeah, you crazy.
That was right. I got
swear.
Yes, sir.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate y'all being here tonight. Did you have anything to say before you
No,
go?
I was going to say one thing that I think is important for ladies. Being the queen and the woman of the house is keep your house, keep that energy good in your home. Just kind of set the tone. You know, it could be, I'm going to give you one example. If you cook, those aromas that kind of go through the house, cooking, the smells, the energy, music, like you guys
Good,
like.
good smells.
Yes, good smells,
Yes.
because there's something welcoming when they come home.
Right.
You know, if they've been out working all day. So one thing I think key is just keep it peaceful. Just make sure they have some quiet time when they come in from a long day of work. Don't just yab. Just kind of feel them out and see if they're ready to talk. Let them come out and talk. Just leave them alone, give them some space. But you do have to learn that. So it's just not like you're going to know that right away. So just keep the home as peaceful as possible and fun and energetic, and be yourself. Even if you're opposites,
Right.
be who you are, because I think that's the attraction. Like you said, you know, I'll turn some, you know, really quick, I may turn some music on. I just may be sitting there dancing by myself, and he's sitting right there, and he just, what do you say?
I don't even want to say. It's a little strange.
Just by
No,
myself.
that's fun stuff.
It's
That's
just
little stuff.
fun. Just be.
You got to go nowhere to do it.
You have to go
Personality.
anywhere.
You don't like that person you with,
Yes.
and they don't make you smile.
Right.
And, you know, got little quirky things they do
It's-
that you're like,
yeah.
you know what, you kind of throw it off.
Yes.
And do that. I mean, I don't know why you would have. I mean, I already know why you would have. If you
Yeah.
can't open up, be yourself,
Exactly.
I don't know why you would have. So I think the final thing, cooking together is
Yeah,
another
that's
thing.
good.
That's something else. Listen, it's been a wonderful time with y'all tonight. So I thank y'all. We thank y'all
Yes,
for
thank
joining
you.
us today.
Thank you.
And we all thank y'all for tuning in today. Listen, thank God for the Carters. They have blessed us tremendously. And so I want you to do this. If you haven't shared at this point, make sure you share it. Because somebody watching today, I know they encourage you. I know they showed you, hey, after 29, 30 years, you can still smile and hold hands and still dance in the house and all that. It's real. Marriage is not dead. Love is not dead. Fun is not dead. And it's not a prison sentence. You can be locked up with the one you love.
Amen.
And so we thank God for you today. Listen, great to see you. We'll see you soon. Singles, next week, Singles University. Make sure you join us, 6:30 p.m. Can't wait. God bless you. We'll see you next time.